And I don't like that.
You have the fader right
No, but
there.
I did all of that and it just sounded so loud still.
Turn on the microphone.
Yo, but I just wanted to say thank you for the intro. Sure. We have a very special guest that actually is here in the building. We're not doing anything virtual tonight.
Can we have some volume?
You don't have volume? I gave you volume. He doesn't have volume. Because I wasn't ready for him to speak.
Yeah, there we go. Now
he has volume. You had volume. I heard you in here.
Nah.
It wasn't loud enough for you?
I couldn't hear me.
You wanted to hear the bass in your chest?
Of course.
I feel you, and I like bass in my chest too. I like to make it feel like the shirt's coming off. That's the kind of bass I like. See, y'all going left with that one. I wasn't even going left with that one. All right. So let the show begin, because So I have somebody hailing all the way from the beautiful island of Barbados, but resides here.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on, I ain't done yet. You've been in the scene, I would say, from what I've observed as an artist since 2019. Accurate or inaccurate?
2018.
2018? The music, it's only showing up as 2019.
18.
When I did my research, that's why. All right, so 2018. You see, that's why you can't believe what you see on the internet. Thank you for clearing that up. Your most famous song so far, because you're still doing your thing, is Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I'm not doing the dance because I can't do the dance because I'm a white girl and we don't dance. Anyway. Anyway, that song, I would have to say, it's a big tune because you have over 4 million hits based on what I saw. 4 million views on that song. You've been on international and national stations, visually, radio, TV, you name it, for this song. TikTok has eaten it up, spit it back out, and said, here, we're making you viral. So
Chandy, you're on a roll today, bro.
What? I'm happy. I wanted to do this interview. So I just want to say, for those who don't know, I am referring to DJ Sheen. And we're not here to talk about head, shoulders, knees, and toes, as you know, everybody was probably hyped to hear about. We're actually here to talk about your album.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to understand this. Like, what inspired you to decide you want to do an album? But before you answer that question, you're here on Watch Trouble. And as you know, on Watch Trouble, we play the game called This or That. Something tells me you're very familiar with this or that based on your facial expressions. I promise you tonight it's not going to go too far left. At least I'm not on my end. I cannot speak for our viewers on this side of the fence.
You can speak for me too. It ain't one far over here.
But the viewers, hopefully they don't go too far with this one. But shout out to everybody. I don't know who Julianspromos. I'm going to check who's on there just now. But shout out to everybody on Twitch right now. We're going to get into this or that portion of the game. So I want to say, I'm going to start it off real nice and slow for you.
Let's go.
Okay. Beach or river?
Or beach.
Okay. Fast food or home cooked food?
Home cooked.
Corn cuckoo and flying fish or saltfish and rice?
Saltfish and rice.
Serious?
Yeah.
You don't like cuckoo? I don't like cuckoo. I hate cuckoo.
Damn, son.
I hate cuckoo.
Yeah, cuckoo.
I hate cuckoo. They
People
probably
like,
took
"How
your
you from
Beijing
Barbados?"
card, yo.
Yeah.
They probably
from
took
Barbados, you hate cuckoo. I hate cuckoo, boy.
Damn, son. Cook and stew chicken is boss, son.
For real? Nah, my grandmother used to like that. I hated
Cuckoo and
that.
nothing, bro.
Alright, bet. So, Chefette or KFC?
Chefette.
Facts.
Chefette.
Facts.
Am I the only one who had a bad Chefette experience?
For real?
How you had a bad Chefette experience?
Yeah, I went to Barbados, bro, and the Chefette wasn't it, bro.
Nah.
I'm gonna ask this one.
It wasn't it. I'm
Whoever,
sorry.
I don't know, your workers in there probably was tired like it.
Yeah, I can't just say it was one time, right? I went to Barbados twice.
And you didn't like the Chefette?
Nah, bro. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. I guess it's
That's
I
just
guess
you
it
then.
me.
Yeah, it's just you. That's a you thing you gotta deal with.
I guess it just bad mind me that day, you know?
All right, so I'm gonna take it to the next level.
Bro, that was level 1.
Cockspur or Mount Gay?
Johnny Walker.
Nah. This is
Safe
come
answer.
on. nah. Cockspur,
Probably Mount.
Mount Gay.
Yeah, probably Mount.
I've heard it. Is it really good? Like I've never tasted these rums.
I mean, it's decent. I wouldn't drink either one. So
For real?
yeah, I'll drink.
You
Johnny Walker.
they taking a Beijing card little by little. Go ahead.
I wouldn't drink either one, to be honest. I mean, if you really don't know Barbados, those not even what's popular.
For real?
Yeah, I forgot Duart's. Duart's.
The spice rum.
Yeah, Duart's is very popular in Barbados. Like that's
Wow.
a big.
See, I learned something.
Yeah, it's big. So Duart's. If you ask me Duart's is good.
Okay, see, I learned
Do you
something.
prefer being an artist or a DJ?
Artist.
I'm gonna leave that explanation for India.
Yeah.
So, stage performer or studio?
Stage.
Why?
Because I don't know, I just feel stage is a different vibe and feeling rather than studio. I feel like it's more like enclosed, and I don't know, it's the feeling you get, when it's stage more than just being, in studio.
All right. Soca or reggae?
Reggae.
I wasn't ready for that one. I didn't expect that.
Ready for one.
I wasn't expecting that.
Reggae wasn't ready for that one. I'm a heavy reggae and dancehall fan, listener.
But I'm glad you said that because I have a point to bring up later on in the interview. Go ahead.
So we got one from our listeners, Bert's Trini. She said, red girl or brown girl?
Brown. Red girl gonna send you, man.
Whatever, yo. I hate that song. Fire for that.
God.
Fire for that.
No, Chandy, no fire.
Fire for that,
That's a round of applause.
yo. To hell with all y'all. We are the biggest saints in this world.
Ooh, the biggest what?
Biggest saints.
Yeah.
Chandy, stop lying. This good toes, yeah?
Let me see. For real. I didn't ask this question yet. You prefer fish or meat?
I prefer chicken.
Like how he came back with that one.
I prefer chicken. You know, other things.
Okay.
Rather than fish.
All right.
But yeah.
Why?
Chandy,
She's setting me up bad, you know.
The whole vibe.
She's setting me up bad, boy.
Alright, would you rather a road trip or a long flight?
I rather road trip.
Okay, why?
Too much rules on a flight. Road trip, I get to do what I want in the
Good
car.
point.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
I could carry my bottle if I want to drink. I could walk, you know, I could carry my Johnny Walker. You know what I'm saying? I could do, you know what I'm saying? I want to know. Do whatever you want in your car.
So you prefer single life or being taken?
Right now, I prefer single life.
Okay. Why?
Because I feel like not being single right now is gonna be a holdback.
For real?
Yeah, I just feel like the way that this generation is just like, it's a lot of entitlement, and you know, like right now I'm just in the beginning of my career, and I just want to, you know, get somewhere in my career first before I actually want to focus on, you know,
Settling down.
yeah.
I was gonna ask that. You know, have you had an experience where a woman was holding you back? Or
Yeah, I have. That's why I was just like rather just.
she kept accusing you of like.
Yeah, like
Okay.
like, you know, like just mad of me dancing, you know, like at bookings or just little things when I'm at the studio all night and like, you know, like stuff like that. I don't, you know, or like, you know, sometimes like I remember I had this lover, and like she was from St. Vincent, and she didn't listen to she didn't even listen to soca music. But you know, I want somebody to come to me that you know wants me for me and supports and love exactly what I don't want to go out there looking for it, you know, or somebody come because of the hype or, you know, whatever, because, you know, I've had relationships with people and like they don't even know, they can't even name like 3 of my songs, or like, you know, like you don't even support what I do, or, you know, you tell me stuff like I don't listen to soca music, like how I'm supposed to feel, I'm a soca artist, you know, but so stuff like that. So I just try to stay away because it was draining, you know, because stuff like that drain me, and then I don't go studio, and then my creative process is all messed up, so I'd rather just stay away, you know.
Break your focus.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's true. I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, it really
'Cause
messes up your creative process.
It does take away time when you're trying to explain to somebody what you're doing on a constant basis and they're not there. But you ever thought of just like bringing the person to the studio with you so they could see what a studio session entails?
If you know about the person, don't even want to do that.
No, that's crazy. Then you really didn't need to be with that person.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah,
That
it
is crazy.
It gives some good content to write about.
That's true too.
it does. It
That's
does,
true.
you know, but can't be with somebody that's not interested in what I do, you know.
That's facts. Because that person's supposed to hold you down and inspire you to do certain things.
Yeah, you know, I want my lover to be my biggest supporter, you know.
You're
like,
right.
how you not know my songs? Like, you could only name the Head Shoulders one.
That's
That's
it.
the only
Oh
one
my
you can
God,
name. Like,
no.
that's not.
No.
You ain't really, you know.
So, Bertel has asked, romantic date night or stay home and chill?
Stay home and chill.
For real?
Yeah, he's more like I'm a homebody. Like, when I'm not like in the studio or like outside, maybe going to a party or maybe like doing something like music related, I'm home.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm
I
home.
wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, I
You're
love my
not ready
house.
at all today.
Nah, he really shocking me today.
Yeah, I love my house.
And I haven't even gone to the levels that I'm
You know,
capable
people
of.
always like mistake, like, you always outside. How are you? I'm outside because I'm doing my job. I'm working. That's part of my
And
job
that's
to
what
be
they don't
outside.
understand.
You know, but when I'm not doing that, I love to be home watching a movie. You know,
Yes.
you know, play my games. You know, relax. You know, that's what I like to do.
There's a difference. There's a
Yeah,
big
I'll go
difference.
out here and there. You know, but not all the time. You know, it's not needed all the time.
So, your turn, and then I'll ask my question, and then we can cap it.
I'm good. Ask your question.
I was gonna say, okay, so you prefer to cook or you prefer to order in?
I prefer to order in right now. I'm not that good of a cook. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't that good of a cook. Yeah. I know how to cook 1 or 2 things, but I never really focused on like cooking, you know, because my mom still cook. You know? I go to mom for some food, you know, but you know, yeah. Right now, as of right now, it may change. You know, it's gonna change because I actually do want to learn to cook, but
You would need a mate that loves your music and knows how to cook And
so she could teach me, and we could cook together, and make some TikToks, us making.
There you go.
I got it planned out, but
when that time comes.
Yeah, when it comes.
All right. So this is I'm gonna cap it off with the usual question, just because I have to do it. Just because I have to do it.
You don't make it such a staple.
I know I have to. If I don't do it, Bertil, let's do it. If I don't do it, Bertil, let's do it.
You don't want to YouTube because I ain't doing it.
I can't see it.
So the usual question that we always ask this, and you can take it any way you want to take it. Top or bottom? Do you like to be on top, or you like to stay at the bottom of things?
I like to stay at the bottom.
Okay.
I just stay at the bottom.
Why?
Yeah. This is what I prefer. I don't know. It's
a comfort thing.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Maybe a comfort thing. Maybe a laziness thing.
See, Bertil even asked it. See, look at that. Look at that.
All the women sick, bro.
Yo, but it's good. It's good to have a man that's willing to be on top of things, and some people like to be on the bottom of things.
It depends on the day.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
It depends on the day of the week,
So you like to take charge of things, or you like to have the lady lead?
I used to take charge. It depends on the day. It always depends on the day. Sometimes it depends on the day and the woman.
I hear you.
It depends on so it's different, But
I like you. You know why I like you? Because the Bajan accent has come in and out. Like when you're passionate about something, Bajan accent coming out. When you back to a Yankee. So I like it. I like it.
Sorry, I ain't got nothing to add.
yeah.
So when I did my research on your album, first I want to say shout out to my homegirl Kristen.
Yeah, big up Kristen. She's working hard.
Yes.
Hard.
So what happened is this. I went and I researched the album that you have out, right? And one of the articles actually had it listed as reggae. They have you down as a reggae artist.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned that you like reggae, but then I remember in one interview you said you are a champion of soca and you want to put soca on the map and have it, have it labeled correctly as a genre.
Right.
So when you mentioned that tonight, I'm like, so was this purposely labeled as reggae, or that particular article had it wrong?
It was purposely labeled as reggae, but not because I'm a fan of reggae. It's more, politics is why I made it reggae, because at the end of the day, right now, I'm not at a point in my career where I can just say or just, pay for a placement, but, right now, reggae is on billboards and, reggae is being noticed. And right now, to build soca, I have to be able to build myself as an artist, and I have to be able to collect streams. And, if I had it necessarily under soca, like it wouldn't have been a billboard placement, if that makes sense, because soca is not an official genre and reggae is. So in order for me to have it as a billboard placement, I have to label it as reggae because that's the more established,
So my question is
genre.
this: why not Afrobeats? That's also an established billboard genre.
Because I feel like Afrobeat is like their own thing, even though, like they're kind of like hot right now, and it's kind of like soca and them, kind of like similar, kind of.
Yeah.
They're still like their own thing, and like they're still building too. Like reggae, like is literally been here forever and been super established. I mean, Afrobeat's been here, but it's not really getting noticed.
But you do realize
and they're
that
still work in progress too.
I was gonna say it's also what Billboard was doing was actually stripping reggae dancehall, and then that's how Afrobeats came into effect onto the Billboard charts. Yeah, so that's why I'm just like, why you just didn't do Afrobeats? And then Afrobeats kind of go with the whole soca scene.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn.
But I get
where he's coming from. I definitely get where he's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, now like I'm more looking into like really like politics, because I like a lot of soca artists are looking to that, and the politics of this industry
it's sick.
And it's important to know and learn it, and this number game.
It's important.
And everything, you feel me? You got to know how to work through this, because a lot of people, a lot of this stuff is fake, and you got to really know what's real, and and like soca artists, the structure within soca industry is still building, so it's like, yeah, I want to help them, but I gotta help myself first. You know, I can't be trying to pull the whole industry and then still trying to help myself. But yeah, I'm pushing for it, but I gotta reach, you know, somewhere first.
So I'm happy to hear that, because my next question was gonna be like, do you feel like you reach so far? Or
I haven't. You know, I'm still getting places. You know, I mean, I'm still a work in progress. Like right now, even if my song is as big as it is, you know, like people still don't know my face. A lot of people still don't know my face. You know, my song dropped at a point in time where we was locked down and nobody could go outside, so I couldn't be outside or perform with it. So it's kind of like social media and TikTok, how big of a platform that is. Stuff would get lost there quick. And, you know, some people took the sound and nobody had time to know who the artist was. So it's now like I'm outside now and I'm performing. People's getting to know who the guy is, you know, but I'm not there yet, you know, so I got a long way to go. You know, it's a big industry, you know, so.
I think Mr. Lex said it best. It sucks if you have, I think it was Mr. Lex who said it. One of the people that we interviewed here, that the worst thing an artist can have is a one big hit record, and then that's all they're known for is that one hit record.
Exactly.
They could come out with a whole bunch of other tracks, and people just want to hear this one song that you're known for.
That was Lex.
It was Legs, right? So do you feel somewhere along the line that is your biggest fear, that this could possibly be the case, or you have confidence that this is not going to happen to you?
No, I have confidence. It's not going to happen to me. I mean, I already see it's not happening to me because I've been dropping stuff after, you know, and I haven't been getting really no bad response. I mean, they didn't have the effect that it had with Bubba Ben, you know, with TikTok. But that's something that happened not planned and organically. That's something that you can't force again. So you understand what I'm saying? But now I have the audience, and now the audience is gravitating towards me, you know, and the music I'm making. And it's not like I'm making bad songs. So, you know, and then sometimes it's the consistency, you know, like, you know, it's not always about, you just got to keep yourself there, you know, like always there. That's really all it is. So, you can't go wrong being consistent.
So for these big songs, not even big for big songs, for all your songs, what's the creative process? Do you start with where you visually want to see the song to go? Is it just an organic vibe? Like what's
sometimes it's an organic vibe. Sometimes I actually have a plan, or like where I want to see the song go, or something. Like I don't write. I don't sit down and write. Like I find it very hard to write. Like it's boring to me. I don't write. I gotta be like in the studio, hearing the beat. Like I punch in, like I really punch in lyric, punch in, come something, punch in, vibe, take 2 shots, vibe a little bit, listen. Like I can't like sit down and just write. Like that's so my creative process. Like, you know, sometimes I just come up with stuff. Like it just depends. Yeah.
So how did you come up with what inspired you to come up with this 11-track album? That's one question, but you don't have to answer that one now. But, you know, what inspired you in general, you know, voice of the new gen, like what, because I see that's also on your IG. So what inspired that, and where are you going with it?
I feel just me as a person, an artist, I'm very outspoken. If you're wrong, I'm going to tell you wrong. You know, like I don't care who you are, and like just knowing me and like the mindset I have for me, you know, and the soca industry, I feel like, you know, I can be the voice because I feel like nobody else speaks for the new generation. You know, they kind of turn on the new generation a lot, you know, and this is something I was talking about the other day with a couple of my peers. You know, me and Nyla is probably the youngest soca artist. There's nobody younger than me and Nyla making soca. I'm 24, Nyla's 24. Nobody's younger than us. Damn. And that's why, because
I didn't know neither one of y'all was that young.
Yeah. And that's because, you know, the younger kids are not inspired because the older soca artist is not showing them the way and not helping them. So, you know, they're looking at these things like dancehall and seeing all these chains and cars and women is like, they making money. That's what I want to do. And now you got these things like Trinidad and Zest, because it's like, why would I make soca if they shutting me out? Let's go and do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you're saying.
No, I was gonna say it's like a twofold deal, because I have this debate among the guys here and, you know, my own crew, and it's a twofold deal. Some say, from the artist perspective that are up there, the established ones, as we like to say, they feel, why should they help you when no one was helping them. No one was willing to help them along the way.
Right.
So therefore, you have to take your blows. Like they had Calypso 10, some of them get booed, some people throw shoe at them, all kind of thing. Hold on, wait. Hold on. So that is some of their mindset.
Right.
Some of them feel, I don't need to help you because no one was helping me, so why should I help you? You fight up and you figure it out just like I had to. And it took X amount of years for me to get where I'm at. You need to figure it out yourself.
Let me stop you right there, but that's part of why we still fighting to be a genre.
You're absolutely right.
You look at these, like, a lot of people, when I have these debates, a lot of people say soca's different. You can't, why you always comparing soca to these other genres? You gotta look at these structured genres and see how they move. Hip hop, once one of them get on,
they
try to bring all their mans on
from the hood.
They sign all they from the hood, no matter what. They always try to bring all their mans on. So why can't we move the same way as soca artists? Why can't we put each other on? And even if, like, so nobody helped you, so you can't help nobody else.
Yeah, we got like, this real bad selfish mentality.
Yeah, so like what that's why we not going nowhere. Like how we all gonna say we want it to be this and we not doing nothing to make it be that? This is why I'm the voice, because nobody gonna speak like this. Nobody gonna say these type of things.
Are you not afraid it's gonna backlash on you?
I'm not. I don't care.
I respect it.
Certain things need to be said at the end of the day. That's how we gonna move forward. Whether people like it or not, everybody gonna have their opinion, good or bad.
So the flip coin to that debate there, which is, I understand where they're coming from, in the sense that the generation now, they have social media.
Right.
And social media hypes them. Some people actually have talent and make it, right? Some people actually go viral and appear to have make it, and when you book them to perform, they cannot perform for the life of them. Right?
I've seen it all the time.
So that is the difference, and I think that's the flip to it, where I could understand where those artists are coming from, where you don't have a Calypso tent per se to show you, yo, you can't perform, this is not how you doing it, or throw a shoe at you to wake you up.
It's not like all the time, like these artists feel like you have to be there and baby them or write songs for them. You don't, like, sometimes artists just need the simplest things, like just saying, hey, you know, you could distribute your music this way, this way, this way.
Correct.
You know? It's the simplest things that could just help an artist or change his career. You don't have to be sitting there and holding his hand. And that's what a lot of artists get wrong.
Some of them want that though. Some of them do.
Some of them do want that. But majority,
some of them
like,
do.
Sometimes it's just a little piece of information that can help an artist or change an artist's career. And you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that artists don't know. That if they knew, it could help them. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's really all it is, like the littlest things.
So you find it discouraging at times?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. It really can be discouraging at times, because I mean, and like, you know, I seen it like just myself, just of being a DJ and wanting to be an artist. And when I first was making music, and you know, I was hitting up certain artists for features, or you know, for advice, and you know, they would leave me on scene, or you know, not reply, or whatever. Fast forward a couple of years later, now I have a big song and everybody wants to feature. You know what I'm saying? So, and even if being, you know, the person I am, I can't even, knowing how y'all treat me, I don't even move back that way. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, if I move back that way, it's just going to only keep salting the industry. And people's going to keep, you understand? So you just got to look over, like, just know that the industry, that's how it is. At the end of the day, it's a what can you do for me world in this industry. And you know, some just gotta learn that.
I agree with everything he's saying. This is like me talking without having to talk.
So basically you have no questions. What you saying?
No, I'm just agreeing with what he has to say.
I'm pulling your leg.
For this particular topic, I completely agree. We've had conversations where certain people wouldn't give me a blight 10 years ago.
But then they wanted to give it, and now it's still a fight up. I'm just over it. Honestly,
it happens, bro.
Now I get
what you can do for me, you know. So
it's frustrating because it really goes back to what you initially said, which is the numbers. If you don't have numbers to reflect, nobody really wants to give you a time of day.
Exactly, and you know, and the thing is, like I'm not trying to like talk down the industry, but like I said, the real is the real. Soca don't do numbers. Soca don't do no numbers.
It doesn't.
This is baby numbers that we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, so why act like we are this, we so here, when we not, like, our numbers not matching up with these Afrobeat numbers or hip hop or all these and these other little 1 million, 2 million, maybe a 10 million here and there. That's nothing compared to, 1 billion or 150 million. That's nothing compared, So we still have a long way to go. Even the biggest artists in the soca industry still have a long way to go. Like, I was having this conversation the other day. A lot of these soca artists still, big or small, can walk the streets and nobody know who we are. We're not as, big as we think. Like, we have to be real with ourselves, and we're not as big as we think we are. We just have to make ourselves bigger and get ourselves there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know who we are walking the streets. You feel me? Maybe some people, yeah, if you're really into that. But at the end of the day, you want people to know you, even if they're not into what you're doing. And when they, and when you're not, like some rappers, they're just some rappers who people just like them just because of things that they maybe did, was a donation or maybe, and not just a lot of people don't listen to these rappers' music. They hate rap, but like them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and they know them. You can know, you feel me? You don't listen to him, but you know who that is. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get there, and this numbers game is the game, like, we all got to get. I wish, like, the old artists was putting, like, artists on about this number game. I don't even know if they even know.
They knew about the
That's what I'm saying.
game.
I don't even know if they even know.
I don't think they did.
And
maybe one or two probably did.
Yeah, that's the most important, and like, yeah. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful.
I see you worked with Lil Rick on this album. You worked with Army Guy on this. You worked with Wildfire. So it's a big mix. Yeah, it's a mix of people that you've worked with. How was it working with Lil Rick on this? That to me, that's a Bajan idol, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's definitely so that's like the Bajan idol. So I mean, working with Rick, I mean, like, he was already on the Bubba Band remix, so me and him already had like a kind of relationship. So when I actually went down to Barbados, I was like at Rick's house like every day, and we was just like, producers was sending us rhythms because they wanted both of us on the song. So when we finally found one, I'm like, yo, I want to put this on my album. And at first, Rick had wrote something, and then I'm like, nah, step into my world a little bit. So, I kind of like directed the song, and Rick kind of like, I respect Rick, because Rick kind of like sat back. He was like, it's our time now anyway. And he kind of sat back and like took the direction of what the sound is right now in this time. And, the studio was just, we was in there vibing, and the song is here now.
And he's a good entertainer.
We made it on spot.
Yeah.
We made it on spot.
I saw.
Yep.
So seeing that you were with a Bajan idol, right? Is there anybody else in particular that you would like to work with maybe on your next album?
As far as Barbados?
Yeah.
Not really, but me and Rupee's working on something. I can tell y'all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming, but
Nor did I.
Yeah, me and Rupee's working on something. So
I would expect him to say Allison Hines or something.
Nah, the man bring Rupee out to retirement, yo.
I used to want to do a song with Allison Hines, but now I don't.
Why?
Because I remember, so last summer, I remember seeing her get interviewed. I remember seeing a TikTok of her doing my song. Then I remember her getting interviewed, and when she was getting interviewed, they was talking about artists or whatever, and she started singing my song on a live. I screen recorded it. It was a big thing for me. I put it on my Instagram, whatever. And then I remember Angela E Day, Noah Power invited me out to Angela E Day to perform. So I was there at Angela E Day, and I met Allison. So I went to her. I'm like, yeah, this is DJ Sheen, from Barbados, the song you like, Head Shoulder. She's like, oh yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. Blase. We go hug, took a picture, cool, all performs. Next week I seen her, said hi to her. She like she didn't know me.
Oh my God, she did that to me once. We had a wicked interview on the station that I used to work at.
I'm like,
she did the same thing. I swear to God. I don't know if it's because she sees so many different people, or she just, I don't know. Yeah.
Nah,
you just told me last week.
You
just told me last week, this is one of your favorite songs. How could you forget me? And then we sat there, had this conversation like, yeah, we should do a new school, an old school kind of thing. And yeah, our managers exchanged numbers in front of us, all of that. Wow. And you telling me you forgot me the next week? Yeah.
So
I
then that
don't
was
want to
the
do a
end of
song
that.
no more. Yeah, that turned me off.
Come on, man. Maybe it was old age that kicked in. No
I
disrespect.
didn't want to do a song no more after that.
Yeah, but
No
that's still rough though.
It is rough.
You didn't remember who I was. How can that be your favorite, one of your favorite songs?
Just to piggyback off of you, I was one of her biggest fans, and so to interview her was just like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Yeah.
I remember I screamed so much before the interview, and then I took deep breaths, and then I came and I interviewed her, and she was just like, it's okay, and she walked me through it. She was just like, we're gonna do this comedy. And it was a beautiful interview. We hugged, we took pictures, went to the show. She performed at our show. And then the following week, I went out for Julianspromos to do coverage. And I was like, hi, Allison. And she was just looking at me like, who are you?
I'm like,
I was like, this.
Yeah, I'm like, no way, and like, damn, like, I'm like, I really looked up to you. And I kind of like.
It turns you off.
And
I'm
then
not going to lie.
I kind of watched I think a week later, that's when she got interviewed on, Angela interviewed her on Breakfast Club.
Oh my God. That one went viral. That interview went viral.
And I'm like, so you're not going to mention nobody from Barbados?
Everybody said that.
One, yeah.
Everybody was talking about that one.
No, that was a really big topic in Barbados too. Like, you mentioned everybody but Barbados, and I mean, and then no disrespect to anybody else, but like, you mentioned everybody. Like, that's like, oh, like you didn't even mention like, because like the outside industry is behind on soca. You feel me? No disrespect to Allison, but look who they're interviewing. But that's how behind they are on soca.
They now catching up. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? They're thinking that Allison is what's
New.
it right now. You get what I'm saying? No disrespect to her and what she's did in this industry, but she's not what's hot right now. She's not making no hits right now. Currently.
They're about 20.
Like
20
I
years
I kind of like sometimes I speak the real. Like at the end of the day, like because like right now, like I'm not even saying it because my song. Take me if it was somebody else's song that had this Bubba Ben song, I feel like they should be interviewed right now because that song broke barriers. That song is super viral all over the world. You can't name if they even if they don't listen to soca music or Caribbean music, period, they know that song. Anybody on the street, you can sing that song for them, and I guarantee you they know it. You know what I'm saying? And like the two biggest songs right now, I say every week in soca industry is my song and Patrice's song, Drink Water. Yeah. You can't say it because look what our songs did on these platforms, and look at the other people that we have actors doing our challenges. We have. True. You know what I'm saying? We're touching different kind of numbers, and like those songs are like in a different category. You can't ever say those two songs, are not big. And you know what I'm saying?
That's honestly the beauty of TikTok. TikTok
and TikTok does that. Yeah, once your song, gets that level on TikTok, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because people from everywhere are seeing it, so it's like.
But it goes back to the point also, you gotta be very careful with that. Because you can go viral, but that doesn't mean you're a talented artist.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't mean you're an artist. That just means your song went viral.
It doesn't.
But what's more important?
I don't know, because then you could still go viral and you be that one-hit wonder, because when it's time to perform and you just hopping around on stage and you're not giving any kind of juke or touch-up kind of scene, nobody want to see you.
I know talented artists that only got one song to bust. I know people that ain't got no talent and got 4 or 5 hit songs.
Yeah, it's just people and what people like and what people gravitate to. You can never know what
to shit sometimes.
Yeah, you can never know what people gravitate to.
People gravitate towards shit sometimes.
Song and I could feed my family, I must say thank God.
I ain't vexed for that. I'm not vexed for that at all.
I've seen talented artists who can't perform, and I've seen artists who don't have hit songs or perform really great.
Really great. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like, it's just weird.
It is weird.
You're never gonna get the full package one time. Somebody is gonna work on something. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So give us something that's very thought-provoking that no one knows about you. Like, what's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm Aquarius.
What day is your birthday?
February 6th.
Okay.
Same day as Bob Marley. That's a goat day.
That's a goat day for real.
It is.
It's a goat day.
But yeah, tell us something that no one knows about you that you want the world to know now. A little bit of something.
You don't say you can't cook already, eh?
Something.
And you done say you enjoy being single.
What's something so like, I don't know.
So let's
bad with this. Y'all gonna ask me saying.
let's give him some time and think about it. Let me go through the album a little bit now.
Yeah.
All right, and then when we finish going through this, we're gonna have some more questions for you.
Okay.
Keep it locked. Watch CHUBBLE.
cent, I got cent. 5 cent, 10 cent, I got cent. 5 cent, 10 cent, I got cent. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Girl bend down and bubble your feet, bubble it, baby. Girl, you not lazy. Tick tick, that drive me crazy. Bubble up your body for me, baby. Tick and tick, tick and that wine dish, girl see me and say she just pass some of that. Girl see ATM, now she want circle back. 50 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, I got cent. 5 cent, 10 cent, I got cent. 5 cent, 10 cent, I got cent. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang, bing, bang. Girl bend down and bing, bang, bing, bang.
DJ Dazzle in full control.
Shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Everybody know. Head, shoulders,
Trouble. Watch Trouble.
You could be short or you could be tall. You could be big or you could be small. She don't really care. She just want all. Y'all start racing me and you walk. But the nigga get tick it and tick tick, tick it and tick, tick it and tick tick, tick it and tick, tick it and tick tick, tick it and tick, tick it and tick it and tick it and tick, tick it and tick tick, tick it and tick, tick it and tick tick, tick it and tick, tick it and tick tick, tick it and tick, tick it and tick tick, tick
DJ Dazzle in full control.
New gen, here we go. Tell the girl them this cat start a wine 'cause you know you're not basic. No cheap man, broke man can claim it. Love makeup, but you're natural daily. Bust a wine for me, baby. Girl, turn around, let me see you bend down, girl. Bend down, girl. You bend down, girl. Girl, turn around, let me see you bend down, girl. Bend down, girl. You bend down, girl. You bend, girl. 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 Bend down, girl. You slim or you can have size. You can be his or you can be mine. Turn around, let me see your big thighs. Let me chuck, rock it all nice. Girl, come on, test me. Your boyfriend don't know that you're sexy. Sneak around the back, just like text me. Not a 5, you want like a 10 piece. Girl, so let me see you just turn around, let me see you bend down, girl. Bend down, girl. You bend down, girl. Turn around, let me see you bend down, girl. Bend down, girl. You bend down, girl. You bend, girl. Bend down, girl. You bend, girl. Bend down, girl. You bend, girl. She know, girl. New gen. Girl, the girls won't walk up again. Girl, the girls won't skin out again. Girl, the girls won't cock up again. Throw it right there and let it bash make start. Bash make start. Action start. You want speed. You want speed. You want speed. First one, it'll let it bash make start. Bash make start. Action start. Action start. Work the ass. Work the ass. Make it jump. Make it jump. Make it jump. Say that when you talk like a hard practice, you are right when you walk it. Let me launch that. I will make the whole thing blast when you launch back. Put the whole point in the wall like a thumbtack. Girl, the way when you get down like a musty Nandy class, you will tell girl 10 out of 10. You will never be a 9 girl. Go get your friend girl. Turn around my girl. Sit down girl. Sit down girl. Wine go down girl. Wine go down girl. Tick go down girl. Tick go down girl. Set the trend girl. Nandy wine girl. Yeah. New girl. Every girl. Sit down when you talk like a horse practice. You are right when you walk it. Let me launch that. I will make the whole thing blast when you launch back. Put the whole point in the wall like a thumbtack. Girl, the way when you get down like a musty Nandy class, you will tell girl 10 out of 10. You will never be a 9 girl. Go get your friend girl. Turn around my girl. Sit down girl. Sit down girl. Wine go down girl. Wine go down girl. Tick go down girl. Tick go down girl. Set the trend girl. Nandy wine girl. Sit down girl. Sit down girl. Wine go down girl. Wine go down girl. Tick go down girl. Tick go down girl. Set the trend girl. Nandy wine girl. Sit down now an arch. Do you like the black? I will tell you thing I'm flossing. Trigger to the kings and the queens and the bosses. Drink to act fast so I know that you toxic. Girl, start the match, let me box it. Let me just knock it down, knock this. When you hear the beat start bubble like a soft drink, not into talking. Turn around my girl, now sit down, girl. Sit down now, wine go down, girl. Wine go down, girl. Sit down, girl. Sit down, girl. Sit down, girl. Sit down now, wine go down, girl. Wine go down, girl. Sit go down, girl. Sit the trend, girl. Nandy wine, girl. Take step thing on top. Take this, no sleep, no wall or food. Boyfriend calling. You can like keep calling. Take step thing on top. the ding, bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding dong. Girl, I want you bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding dong. Girl, I want you bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding dong. Girl, I want you bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding, bend the ding, the ding dong. You take it back with the bumper, that bumper, that bumper, bumper, that bumper, that bumper, bumper, that bumper, that bumper, bumper, girl. Take it back with the bumper, that bumper, that bumper, bumper, that bumper, that bumper, bumper, that bumper, that bumper, bumper. That waist, it causing trouble all in the place. That waist, I want you take it lower down there. That wine in that waist, causing trouble in the place. When I see that bumper there, I just start to make a face. Cause I need the bumper, want the bumper. Y'all need the bumper, and I want the bumper. Every girl, left, right, up, down, waistline, right, down, 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 till you fall down. Take a pound of you. When you wine, you look good. Bumper looking like good. My girl, bend down, take a pound of you. When you wine, you look good. Bumper looking like good. Bumper looking like cook food. Need a bowl of that cook food. Girl, tonight you wine, wine away your life. Show it off tonight, girl. Let me get a piece of cook food. Let me see a flick that bumper. Flip wine like a go-go, soap and it go go. Kick like you learn how to fight in a dojo. Rotate that bumper, fix it like a plate that bumper. Kick split me like two propellers. I treat it like piece of cheddar, yeah. Cook food there, Thanksgiving all in that day. It over that soup in there. New jet, hey, bend down, take a pound of deep. When you wine, you look good. Bumper looking like cook food. Bend down, take a pound of deep. When you wine, you look good. Bumper looking like cook.
Fling it. Fling it. Fling it. You bump up on TikTok. That thing there big like a damn young. Right, cause the people like it a lot, and when they left touch, she can make the right touch. Talk, wow. You bump up on TikTok. That thing there big like a damn young. Right, cause the people like it a lot, and when they left touch, she can make the right touch.
Hands on the knees and don't look back. Wind to the beat and push that fat. Wind down low, girl, show off the tat. Girl, I talk about how she love TikTok, how she love off my song and she sing them a lot. Girl, stop chat, bring the bumper back. Work and work like a dep on clock. No breaks or time out, girl.
Depuis matin c'est TikTok, oh la journée c'est TikTok. When you give the man some rest c'est TikTok. Et tout nan with c'est TikTok. Don't forget about the IG and don't forget about the Snapchat. I say don't forget about the Venmo and WhatsApp. Never forget about the Cash App. You bump up on TikTok. That thing there big like a damn young. Cause the people like it a lot and when they left us she can see the right on TikTok. You bump up on TikTok. That thing there big like a damn young. Cause the people like it a lot and when they left us she can see the right on TikTok.
She love TikTok, girl, that bumper back. Bend it up and just bring that back. Bend it up and just bring that back.
You bump up on TikTok. That thing there big like a damn young. Cause the people like it a lot and when they left touch, she can make the right touch. Talk, wow. You bump up on TikTok. That thing there big like a damn young. Cause the people like it a lot and when they left touch, she can make the right touch.
Good night, everybody. If you're now tuning in, this is Chandy, sweet and fluffy like pink cotton candy. You are now tuned in to Watch Trouble on gmgt.live. We have in the studio tonight DJ Sheen.
Yeah.
And he has given us some real good insights, some real gems he dropped tonight. And also, we are talking about his album. Shout out to DJ Dazzle, who gave us a whole of the album.
A little bit of new, a little bit of old.
So I gotta give him a shout out for that one. So yes, so CHEEM, tell us, you are the voice of the next generation.
Yes, I am.
So the album sounded good. The 11 tracks are sounding fire.
He didn't play all 11 yet, but
I didn't play all 11.
No, he didn't play all 11, but I'm just But from the 11, based on also your other tracks,
right, yeah.
It's fire, man.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I hope you're not just saying that because we on air and you feel like you can't say nothing bad on air.
You're lying too.
Nah, listen, if it's one thing I give Chandy,
You know,
Chandy, this is some pretty messed up stuff to people live on air.
I do? Why you ain't tell me that?
when they come with the soca trap,
Oh.
boy, a shame that man. Yo, that man hold on your head, yo.
Yo, I told him how I felt. I really wasn't feeling it, but then when he showed me what it really was,
I like
was just
interviews
like,
when
oh.
people is like real and they tell the truth. It's more
I'd
fun
rather-
and interesting
yeah.
to me when it's
She's
not,
honest.
you know, like
She's
yeah,
honest.
It's best to be honest than lying to you dead in your face.
yeah, you know. So
Yeah. I enjoyed this interview thus far. I'll be very honest with you. The conversation was very good.
word.
You know, I would say, do you have any upcoming shows now?
I got enough, boy. I got enough.
Let's talk about the ones that's coming up in the next couple of weeks.
That is over.
Yes.
This weekend I'm gonna be in Schenectady. Next weekend I think I'm in Brooklyn for something. Then I go, the 11th I'm in Brooklyn. Then I go Dallas the next year. Then the next week,
You back in Brooklyn.
yeah, back in Brooklyn for Bacchanal in Brooklyn.
There
right.
you go. I wanted you to shout that out.
Yeah, big up.
Shameless
Bacchanal
plug.
in Brooklyn, June 17th. I there.
Yes.
Be there. Be square. And then 24th I in Antigua.
Why? You traveling.
Shit, boy, we got enough things. I can't remember all of them.
Yo, I'll be honest, because you were supposed to be here earlier when this album dropped.
Right.
And you were stuck in Guyana.
I wasn't stuck, but
All right, you chose to stay in Guyana and miss my interview.
I ain't gonna lie, I really love Guyana. I went Guyana for a week. And then I came back to New York for like 2 days. And I said, nah, I'm going back to Guyana. I just went back to Guyana.
That sounds
I
like
just
you
went back for
found
another week.
You found flowers out
I know
there.
everybody say that. I
You
ain't
found
find flowers.
flowers
I
out
find
there.
money.
Oh, the gold.
I find money. That's why I find. I love Guyana though. Guyana is really about it.
As long as you ain't doing like Trinidad Bad Man and that we everybody in the room held their head down with that one.
Oh my god.
Live performance, live and direct.
Yo, did that man put out any STD tests since?
No, we will never know.
I mean, it's not any of my business, but you know.
But it's just interesting. Like I would swear to this day that girl wasn't random. I feel like it's somebody he met and he said, I'm gonna utilize you for this scene here.
Damn, bro.
Anyway, yeah.
Nah, man. You know, he actually sent me a song on the Dutty rhythm. I don't know if you guys know, but like I coordinated that whole rhythm.
No, I didn't know that.
So Boogie's my producer. Boogie made the rhythm, but I coordinated as far as like artists and putting it out and everything else. Like so that's what me and Boogie kind of yeah.
What I do know is
Because it was my rhythm at first. So usually Boogie make beats for me. So when he made it, I always make sure I get it exclusive. So when he made it for me, I made Dutty, but I actually dropped Dutty after like a month after Bubba Ben. But Bubba Ben was too hot. Yeah. So anything I was dropping like was just overshadowing my song. So Dutty people didn't really realize Dutty. And then I said I'm gonna repack it. And then I put Taller Than, Army Guy, Meshach, and Malik on it. And
it was like a year of difference, no?
Yeah. A year later, I put Malik on it. Then the Take My Move bus in Trinidad. And then that's when now the rhythm is where it's at now. And then Killer was he was a late addition too, because I actually locked the rhythm off. A lot of artists wanted to be on it, but Killer was trying, and then he sent me when he sent me the demo for Come Down There. I'm like, alright, it's fire. I'm gonna put it out. We can put it out. I'm like, it's fire. But Madman now, back to Madman. He sent me something on that rhythm, and this dude is crazy. This dude sent me a song on this rhythm, basically like just dissing the whole soca industry. He probably just named everybody possible in that song. He started with like all the female soca artists.
Oh my god.
Then I heard like 1-2 promoters. Then I heard a couple. I'm like, nah, I can't let you put this out, bro. I can't, no.
Damn.
Yeah, he was just dissing everybody. I'm like, bro, now you're not gonna do that with my stuff.
He lives up to his name.
Yeah,
honestly speaking, he really
he's a
does.
madman.
He
He's
is.
a madman.
He is.
He's a madman.
Damn, son. Trinidad taking L's.
So Berto has her famous question, but I'm gonna wait to ask that question. I'm gonna let Dazzle ask his famous question.
My famous question.
You have a question I like when you ask, because first of all, I had asked you a question in the last session and you didn't even answer
What was it? I was trying to remember.
I don't even remember what the question was.
I was trying to remember it because I thought you was asking me that when we got back on, but yeah, you didn't say nothing about it, so I let it go.
I think I guess for me, what is it that you
Oh,
look?
you asked me what inspired me.
Correct. We
That's
didn't
what
get to
you
that
asked
part
me.
yet. What
The song
inspired
or the
the
album?
name and what inspired the whole album? The name of the album. Well, you explained the name of the album.
Yeah.
So what inspired the whole idea of doing an album in your, I wouldn't say infancy in your career, but
Right.
you know where you are in your career. You're like you even
New.
pointed out,
I'm
you're
still
new.
new. Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
still new.
out there. So what made you decide to do an album? Because I'll be honest with you, you're not the only one. There's a couple of other new artists who are now putting out albums, and I'm like, yo, nobody buys albums anymore. But go ahead.
Yeah, but nobody does. But you know, people do buy albums. Maybe just not soca albums.
Exactly.
Right now.
Exactly.
But soca needs that. You know, soca needs.
To
You
go
know,
back
like
to that?
it's a lot of aspects that come together when we want to be taken serious. You know, as a genre. You know, the number one thing is numbers. You know, these corporations want to know they can at least make money from us, and not just when it's carnival. You get what I'm saying? Because that's where soca generates the most of the
money.
revenue.
Correct.
Is when it's carnival time, where it's flights, and you know. So we need, as a soca industry, more bodies of work, and it's not enough bodies of work being put on. There's always singles, and then time pass, and then people drop a load of music because there's a carnival coming, and we don't think about all year round. Like me, I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow no soca schedule at all. I drop music whenever I want.
As you should.
If I feel like dropping something next week, I'm dropping it next week, and not because it's a carnival. Like I feel like that is also hurting us, because again, if you look at the other genres, they drop music
All
every
the
single
time.
day. Dancehall artists drop like 3-4 songs a day, and something gonna hit, something not. But if you consistently dropping music, that's numbers all being, gathered up as a whole genre. It's not enough product out there, and I feel like I'm being a voice of the new gen. I have to set the tone for the younger generations coming up. If they decide to be soca artists.
So my thing is, are you afraid that it'll flop? The numbers are not going to be there.
I'm not, because again, I'm still new. It's my first album. You live and you learn. But like I said, me learning how to work the industry and learning the other stuff, made my album be able to do. Cause I think I was like, 20? I was like 23 on the iTunes.
I saw, yeah.
Like somewhere around there.
Somewhere
23,
Yes,
somewhere around there. In like my first week. And my album right now is at 1,600,000 something. I know people probably wondering like, damn, he got 1 million streams already? But people don't know the logistics behind this number game. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna bust y'all. Some of y'all might think it's fake. Some of y'all might like, how you got 1 million? But yeah, that's really, my album really calculated 1 million. Because, like, I'm gonna drop more gems. It's just because, like, a lot of people think, when an artist drop an album, every single one of the songs on the album is a hit, and they all stream it, and that's why they get these plaques. No. If you notice, artists drop maybe 1 or 2 songs before they drop their album. And those are hits. They're usually hits. So when you put those hits now on an album, whatever streams that hits had before when you put it out is automatically added to your album. So due to the fact Bubba Band and Bing Bong, and those other songs that's on the album that I dropped before had such high streams, those streams carried over and it counts as album streams now.
That is
Like little stuff like that, the younger generation, you feel me, we could teach them and they will learn and it could help them. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your management team? Who's been guiding you this whole time?
I had my boy Rich. I kind of had like an in-house kind of team. Christian's probably like 2-3 months in now. But I had like an in-house team, and we all used to just do it like together. I kind of took like, after I dropped Boy Band, I kind of like the year after Boy Band, I kind of was like, I dropped 1 or 2 songs, but I was kind of like learning like the industry. I took time to learn the industry. So this year, that's why I've been dropping a lot of music, because I've been holding music back. So I was like trying to learn the proper way so we could be better.
How was your album release party? I'm sorry I missed it.
It was good.
You didn't
It was
invite
good.
me anyway. You didn't invite me.
Everyone
That's why I
was
missed it.
invited.
You didn't invite me. You didn't say Chandy.
Everyone was
Come through, dazzle, pull up.
Oh man,
None of that.
everybody was
None of that. I
invited.
ain't get no special
It was good
invitation.
though. It was better than I thought it was gonna be, actually. So it was. People came out, they supported.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So.
That is what's up. That's how it should be.
But yeah, it's a work in progress. So.
So the next question I have to ask, which is what I was asking before, but you never answered. What is something that you want the people to know about you that they don't know about you?
Oh, that's what she asked me.
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
I didn't think about it the whole time.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I didn't.
At least you're honest.
I mean, a lot of people don't know, like, dance was one of my favorite genres of music, but I listen to a lot of pop music. I really listen to a lot of pop music.
So you would do a song with Rihanna if she said, "Yo, Shane,
yeah.
come
Like,
true,
like
Shane."
I'm on the type of vibe. Like, I want to do I want to bring Ed Sheeran on a Caribbean beat. Like, let's do this. Like, that's the type of vibe I have for soca music. Like, because doing a song with that dude is numbers, no matter what he say.
Correct.
And like, I just think about it this way. Like, you just gotta like put certain puzzle pieces together to make it
happen.
Like, people like Ed Sheeran, they just have so much fan power that like, if I was to do a song with him and able to talk to him and influence him, to speak on soca music, those type of people can have an influence. These people get a billion views a song. And like, especially pop artists, not even hip hop artists touch those numbers. Pop artists touch like 1 billion views a song. If you look at it,
hip hop is slightly above soca in my opinion.
Yeah, it is, but
because the same cutthroat in the hip hop industry, it's just that they recognize them.
It can be, but then they are more like, hip hop has a blueprint.
It does.
True.
Hip hop has a blueprint to be a star. We don't have a blueprint. There's no blueprint to follow to be the next soca star. There's a blueprint to follow to be a hip hop star, to be a pop star. You gotta touch the funk flex freestyle. You gotta touch here. For real, you gotta be. If you don't do these certain things in this checklist, you didn't make it as an artist.
It's true.
And you know what I'm saying? So like, we don't have that. Because everybody want to be the artist. Nobody wants to be the A&Rs or the publicists, or there's not enough of those.
Cough, cough.
Shut up.
Not enough of those. So
they get no respect. That's why.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta take the respect.
Like, we should be able to be on Rolling Loud.
You should be.
Should.
You should be working with Drake because he likes soca music.
He likes. That's what I'm saying.
Love soca.
Listen, they love it.
Burna Boy, you could roll with
That's
that
what I'm saying.
too.
Like, I'm on the vibe. Like, just let me get next to these people.
And
Like,
that's
let me
it.
just
Rub
see
the
Drake.
shoulder. That's
Yeah,
it.
just let me see Drake. I just need to see
Just
Drake.
go Caravana.
I know how to talk. Like, my talk. Like, let me see Drake. Like,
You never know. Try the DMs. I've seen a lot of people get you.
man,
off the
I
DMs.
try that.
Don't work.
It don't work. I gotta see you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go
I gotta see
Caravana.
you,
I'm
bro,
quite sure he's
and
gonna
you
be
gotta
up
just
there.
see my vibe, bro. And
That's
you gotta
it.
see the real vibe, bro. And just either you take it or leave it.
So we have somebody on Julianspromos that wants you to do a freestyle.
Yay, way. And tell
He
one
said-
that
he
ain't
said-
a freestyler boy.
He said run a track off the album and let him freestyle. I was just like, I don't know. I asked the question.
It's a performing then.
That's what I said. It's a performance.
As a
but
performance.
I don't know if you want to perform or freestyle. Whatever comes to mind. Whatever you want
Do a
to
little
do.
sign. You can play one of these songs.
Which
Do
one
a
you
little
want?
sign.
It's your album. You met the road, man.
You could give me. You could give me 90 win. Give me 90 win.
91.
And then after that, I have 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Got you right
Ready
now.
for the questions.
All right, go ahead. There we go. Run the track.
Yeah. New gen. CHEEM again. Sit down on the top like a horse box. So she want right on the rocket, let me launch that. I will make the whole team blast on your launch pad. Put the whole point in your wall like a thumbtack. Girl, your wine where you get down like a multi 9D class. You a 10 gal, 10 out of 10. You can never be a 9 gal. Go get your friend gal. Turn around my girl and sit down gal. Sit down and wine, go down gal. Wine, go down and take, go down gal. Take, go down and set the trend gal. 90 wine and sit down gal. Sit down and wine, go down gal. Wine, go down and take, go down gal. Take, go down and set the trend gal. 90 wine and boom, yeah. You again. Boom, sit down on the top like a horseback. So she want rape on the rocket, let me launch that. I will make the whole team blast for your launch pad. Put the whole point in your wall like a thumbtack. Gal, the one where you get down like a musty 9D class. You got 10 gal, 10 out of 10. You could never be a 9 gal. Go get your friend gal. Turn around, my girl, now sit down gal. Sit down now, wine, go down gal. Wine, go down now, take, go down gal. Take, go down now, set. You try now, wine the wine now. Sit down gal. Sit down now, wine, go down gal. Wine, go down now, take, go down gal. Take, go down now, set. You try gal, mind the wine gal. Sit down now, my arch it. Do you like the plot? It will take the thing and floss it. Treat you like the kings and the queens and the bosses. You to act bad, so I know that you toss it. Gal, start the match, let me box it. Let me just knock it out, knock this. When you hit the beat, start bubble like a soft drink, not into talking. Turn around, my girl, and sit down, gal. Sit down now, wine, go down, gal. Wine, go down now, take, go down, gal. Sit, go down now, set. You try, gal. Mind the wine now, sit down, gal. Sit down now, wine, go down, gal. Wine, go down now, take, go down, gal. Sit, go down, gal. Set. You try, gal. You can be texting thing or talking. There's no sleep, no wall or phone thing. I don't care if your boyfriend calling. You can like keep calling. You could be texting thing or talking. There's no sleep, no wall or phone thing. I don't care if your boyfriend calling. You can ring, ring, ring. Yeah.
So I hope our viewers and Julianspromos were quite satisfied with that performance there. Something to talk about, right? Yeah. I got flames. I got flames on both, on Twitch and Julianspromos. Let me see. There's no questions here on that side. So here's my next question. Like, within your experience, have you ever had a moment where you've brought a song, sang it, went to the recording studio, passed it back to the producer, the raw version? The raw version sounds great. All I have to do is master it. When they return it to you, it's not mastered properly. But it's a whole album. It's a whole rhythm. And they've released it. What do? Do you let it go? Do you pretend the song didn't exist? You don't promote it, right?
I don't promote it.
Yeah.
I just don't promote it.
At all.
If it catch. But I don't promote it.
You just act like it don't exist.
Yeah, I just act like it don't exist.
Yeah, I agree.
If they tag me in the story, I put it up in the story so they don't feel like I'm not trying to put up the song. But
But for the most part, you're not posting it. You're not promoting it.
Not promoting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I only promote like what's great work. Like we not going. If I don't feel satisfied with it, like me, like I'm like so hard on myself with my music. Like
facts.
I feel like if as simple as my songs be, sometimes I feel like if I'm not moving to it or like if it don't get me hype, I don't put it out.
Perfectionist.
Yeah, back to the drawing board. Yeah, I don't put it out, and then just the DJ background, I know what we will play
versus what you would not play.
So I know what to put out, if that makes sense, kind of, you know. So it's like that kind of helped me too, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Facts. So you can't see yourself as a producer.
I was thinking about it the other day. I want to do it, but I gotta really sit down and learn how to do it. Like I'm like so know what to do. I know how to record myself. That's the most I do. Is record myself.
Because that's a lot if you think about it. DJ, producer, and artist.
Yeah, because I do. I mean, I don't DJ no more. So
we know that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, cause I see like, besides the music, like I got the ear and I'm able to put things together, like the Dutchy rhythm. I'm able to do that. So I feel like later on I want to take that next step and like a DJ Khaled, and where I'll still make my music here and there like a Diddy, but I'll still be, like I'll have my artists and I still want to,
Cordell from Invisuals said good night.
Good night. Good night. How are you?
He said, shout out to the Jab headphones.
Shout out to the Jab headphones, man.
So Dazzle usually asks this question. I was waiting for him to ask, but seeing that he act like he's a deer in headlights, I'm gonna ask the question.
No way, Chandy.
I'm gonna ask the question, son.
There you go.
So it's not a dirty question. Everybody looking at me like I'm gonna do a dirty question. It's not a dirty question.
These questions are scary.
I got a couple of staple questions. Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the one, if you had the opportunity to go back.
Okay. So if you had the opportunity to go back in time, right? Would you take that opportunity to go back in time, or would you take the opportunity to go forward to see the future?
I would take the opportunity to go back in time.
Why?
I feel like there's stuff I could have maybe executed better that could have put me in a different, spectrum than what I am now. But I feel like if I knew what I knew now when I dropped Bubba Ben, I would be way bigger than I am now, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
You know, if I knew what I knew now, and I took that year off before I made Bubba Ben and I actually knew this, it would have been like a different situation. I would have knew how to work with what I had.
It's a butterfly effect though, because you got to think about it. If you had that experience, you might be cocky like the older heads now.
I mean,
it's a two-edged sword. Like you have. This is your Calypso 10.
Knowing my personality, just knowing me as a person, I don't think it would ever get that way. Just when I was just like in Atlanta, you know, we was sitting down, we was all like drinking and stuff. People was telling me, it's coming to me like they respect the fact that a lot of people that see me before I had the song, or when I was just DJing or whatever, people was like, I'm the same person, same person. And a lot of people like that about me, that that I feel I can't do the fake thing. I can't be fake. It just feel weird trying to put on that fake,
facade.
Yeah, so this just, I like being me, and like, you feel me, that I feel like that attracts people, and that's what I'm gonna keep doing. I feel like just no matter where I get in my career, that's going to be, I can't help it to be me, it's just, this is me.
So Berto has this one question that she asks all the time. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I see myself at least becoming a notable soca household.
Okay.
So then I can take soca now, and put it on platforms it's never been on before, or get it into, like, next 5 years I want to be on Rolling Loud.
That's a goal.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that song I have, I could do it. I feel like if people knew who sang it, and just that song, just the Bubba Ben, if people knew who sang it and I was placed on that stage,
that would be.
They would know it. They would know it. It's not like they wouldn't know it. It's not like they'll put me up there and people will look at me. People will know it.
Put a face to the song.
Yeah, so it just, it's just working into that opportunity, whether it's actually being booked on Rolling Loud, or just doing the networking to have an artist who's on Rolling Loud bring you out. Or either way works. Sometimes it's not always all about the money.
No.
It's all about networking more than anything. So
sometimes it's the opportunities.
So Cordell asks, how did it feel performing in Canada?
Yo, Canada is so lit.
It is.
Canada is so lit, and like the love, my first, Canada was probably I've did a lot of shows, and Canada was probably one of the first shows where I'll actually say I sold out a venue, I sold a venue out, and 90% of the people in there was Beijing with they flags, and screaming CHEEM, and that's the first time I actually felt like that.
A celebrity.
Yeah, that was the first time I'm like, oh shoot, and when I performed and anything I did, they gave me a reaction to, Canada showed real love. I want to go back.
The love in Canada is different.
It's real for soca.
The beat just came
They're
out.
very passionate.
Yeah, they're very passionate. I really love it. Canada's a vibe.
And it's not just black people, it's Indian people,
Indians,
Chinese, it's all kind of people.
Everybody.
They, to me, treat soca as a true genre.
Yes, they do.
They
they
do.
respect it more
than we do. Than America does, yeah.
They respect it way more. Way more.
Truth be told, I think they respect it more than the Caribbean as a whole.
Most likely. Yeah.
They might.
Shout out to Canada.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, yeah, I'm being Canada more. Sue me, Drake.
I put my life on it. I think you will. I think you will.
I think I will too.
You will.
Just knowing me, I think I will.
Eventually.
Yeah. Eventually. I ain't rushing for it, but me and him gonna do a song. I'll make sure we do a song. We gonna have to do something. I'm gonna break it down. I'm this is me. I'm gonna if I get in these spaces with these people, they gonna know what's up. Yo, we've been trying to make this a genre forever. So if you got the power,
let's run with it.
You feel me? Because just look at it as an investor now. Just look from an investor helmet. Me as an investor, why would I not want to invest in something like this and be known to be the person you know, that made this a genre and helped so much people in the Caribbean. And just knowing Drake wants to be accepted by the Caribbean so much.
Like what he did for Popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. And he wants to be accepted by the Caribbean so much that, you know,
Top boy. I love
yeah,
it.
that's something that that will probably you be looked at. You know,
You're right.
You know, so it's just
You're right.
the right person gotta, cause the ones high up ain't doing it. The ones high up got what they got and they chilling.
You're right.
So we're a little over time, so I'm just gonna ask a few more questions, but I'm gonna wrap it up for those who are now tuning in because I just went live here on my live and Julianspromos and Twitch.
Big up
still
Julians, definitely big up Julians. I gotta put my album on there. Speaking of that one,
I we could talk about that off
yeah.
So, I just want to say, you know, just a recap. We are here with DJ Sheen.
Yeah.
He is talking about his album, Voice of the New Gen. It has 11 tracks on it. We have Lil Rick on it. We have Wildfire on it. We have a host of other artists that are on the album. Yep. But, you know, most importantly, he also pointed out and spoke about why he chose to label his album as a reggae album as opposed to a soca album. And I know on Julianspromos, you know, it's a soca channel. So, you know, a lot of people like, what? Why? But, you know, you gave your explanation. It's pretty good. It's, you know, we are not an established genre. You are trying to get your name out there. And you went to a genre that's established. Although I feel you should have went to Afrobeats.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that made more sense when you brought it to me. I mean, I didn't think about it at the time.
Yeah.
You know, like so, like I put it as reggae, and then I made the subgenre world music.
Yeah.
You know,
Which I hate because, and not to cut you, the reason why I say I hate it is like if you're at home and you have cable and you know that you're trying to find soca music to play while you're cleaning, you have to go to world music. Or reggae. And it's like, son, this is not reggae. Music. This is not world music.
You know? You talking about like music choice?
Yeah, like it pisses
Chandy.
me off.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
You know, like I don't want to be doing it. I wish I could be putting it as soca. But like, come on, like we just gotta be like until we structure. Yeah, until we like a structured genre. Like, you know, I gotta focus on my career and building myself right now.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, so I can have the power to be able to talk to those people that can make it a genre. You know,
Absolutely.
I could be able to sit with the people that own Apple Music one day and say, you know, we need to be a genre and this is why.
Absolutely.
You know, so to do that, you gotta do what you gotta do. At the end of the day.
Shout out to Mr. Downer because he asked a question I forgot to ask. How did it feel performing at these universities?
It felt good. I've been in the university scene for a long time. That's kind of where my DJ popularity came from. I was like lit in like the college scene, the SUNYs, the HBUs. They used to book me a lot for the events, the homecomings, the DJ and stuff. So like the fan base from college kind of just came over when I became an artist. They just followed me over. So the love from college is always, my biggest fan base is college, actually.
You went to college?
I did 1 year.
Where?
LIU.
Which one?
New York.
Which one?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah. In Brooklyn.
I got
1
my
year.
master's there.
Really?
I did my undergrad at CW Post.
I did 1 year there, 2016 and 17, and that was it.
That was
crazy.
it?
Yeah, I actually did LIU radio over there during that time.
Yeah, I
too.
had the keys to there.
Wow.
The keys to
I
that.
did LIU radio.
Freshman, as a freshman.
I did radio there too at CW Post.
I didn't go there though. I went to Kingsborough.
Yeah, but I used to go there 2016.
So what happened? What made you say I'm not doing this?
My DJing picked up,
Okay.
and so like I would be like in Oswego, and I got class tomorrow. Then I'm failing, you know, because I'm missing class. So I'm like, LIU's expensive.
Sure as hell is.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna be paying this, and I'm not even making it to class. And then sometimes I'm skipping class because I'm in LIU radio station locked in the soundproof room practicing my DJing. So I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
You know, it didn't make sense for me at the time. I remember one class I had, the only class I got an A+ in. The only class I went to was like my audio engineering class because I went to.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I went to my major was audio engineering. So my test was about, they asked us about a controller. They had to label like the buttons.
Damn, son.
You know how easy that was for me? That's like, I'm like, so when I realized that, I'm like, do I really need college? I taught myself this. So why am I coming here to paying to learn stuff that I already know?
So you don't regret dropping out of college?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. To me, I ain't saying don't go to college, but college don't make sense to me.
I mean, truth be told,
It's a money game to me.
I mean, that's how I feel now.
Truth be
I don't
told,
regret my degrees though.
Yeah, it's a money game.
I was a business major, and my professor, my last business class I ever took, the first thing he said is like, how many of you ever plan on opening your own business? Half the class raised their hand. He was like, so I guess the other half of you wanted to agree to go work for somebody, correct? And it was like, yeah. So he was like, everybody that raised their hand that want to open their own business, you don't need this class.
Was it a black teacher or a Jewish teacher?
This is a tall white guy. I don't know if he was Jewish or what. There was a tall white guy, and he was like,
Yeah.
90% of the people that own businesses, 90% of the people
Don't
that
have
actually
college
created
degrees.
something do not
They
have
don't.
college degrees.
And you know what also made me like one of my aunts, she's like this one of these big managers at a bank. And like she's telling people who got degrees in accounting what to do, and she don't have no type of degree.
Wow.
And she's
But she has experience.
you know, it's
Yeah.
experience is what you could do and how good you could do it. You know, at the end of the
But you
day.
see, I was in my generation, not far from y'all, so don't even try to make me old. But when I was in school, it was pressed in your head. You had to go to
yeah,
college.
because that's
like,
a Caribbean.
You could not, if you didn't go to college, you could not be living.
Yeah, that's the Caribbean thing. You remember, I fought those wars with my parents. You know, that's
Yeah.
always the Caribbean way. But at the end of the day, you just gotta make them believe it.
It's that student loan debt. That's the part that just, I don't ever want to talk
Like
about
you,
that.
boy.
Like, I just feel like doing an OnlyFans page just so I can pay that shit off one time. I'm dead ass serious. Don't be
Yo.
surprised you see me shaking my booty and my titties.
Yo, but word.
Shut up. I'm like, why he look mad serious? Oh my God. So is there anybody you want to shout out?
Definitely big up Christian. Christian been working hard. Big up my whole team. Big up Rich. Big up the team. Big up Ice. Ice follows me everywhere. Records everything.
About camera runs.
Yeah. Big up Ice Shot. Ice Shot. Definitely big up Ice Shot again. Ice Shot definitely actually quit working to be
Word?
my video. Yeah, he trusts the process that much. That
Wow. That's what's up.
That's love.
And that's what you need. And you know, when we started the interview, you talked about the girl that didn't know just one song. She only knew. And it's true. In order to progress, you need people who support you, who
and have
back
the same,
you,
you know, and
who
like,
have that
I
same
just
vision.
respect Ice Shot fully because he just do more than just being my cameraman. Like he's almost like a manager on my team as well, and like he's, you know, like when I'm there, I can expect Ice to speak for me. You know, I know he's gonna always mention my name somewhere. He's shooting videos for these other artists. He's always making sure he mentioned me or calling me or like, you know, he's always having me, you know, first and everything, you know, and I respect Ice for that. So I definitely have to give him a shout out for that. Yeah.
Any more questions, sir?
Nah, man. My questions ain't for on the air. This is DJ to DJ questions.
Okay. The console, coughing.
The rest of the interview world can mind their business.
Well, I would say it was a pleasure having you here.
It was a good conversation. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
I need
had
more
fun.
interviews like these because people. How long you been doing music?
Yeah, I let me tell you something. I had watched Nessa Preppy get interviewed here. One of our personalities, you know, they asked the usual question, you know, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, like
And she was just like, I don't like them kind of questions. I was like, yo, she spit it out like that, and I was just like, you know what? It's unfair. I never looked at it from an artist perspective. How many times they've gone to interviews and they had to answer the same question.
Yeah, and it's like I'm answering the
So I
same. How
never
many
thought
ways
about
can
that.
I answer the same question?
Yeah. So this is why doing the this or that segment to me is important because it's breaking that ice where I don't have to ask you that question of how long you've been in the industry. We're now getting people to know who you are by asking these questions
like
of this or that.
Exactly. You know, I like
so we try to make it
interviews
fun. We try to make it interesting. So it's not the same. Well, how long you been here? And, you know,
because I'm a talker, bro. I could talk a lot. You feel me? Like, you feel me? Like, so, you know, like, I like the interviews where we can have a conversation and I'm able to express, you know, stuff that I've been holding in, you know, seeing, you know, so.
Just let the genuine vibe flow, man.
Yeah,
Facts.
you know, so.
Facts. Wait, I can't disappear. I hate leaving the fans out there, the followers out there. So Mr. Donna asks, which college did you like to perform at the best? Shout out to Julianspromos.
I went to UMass Dartmouth last month.
I didn't even know they had that. Word?
Yeah, UMass Dartmouth was so lit. I'm not gonna lie.
That's shocking.
They were so lit.
I didn't know they had like a Caribbean community out there. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Wow.
It's heavy, and they love me like a lot. Like one place that really like been supporting me from ever was Boston. Boston support.
Yeah,
crazy.
Boston has a heavy Caribbean community.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the biggest DJs out there is a Bayesian.
Yeah. Yes.
Damn,
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name.
I know exactly who you're talking about too. I don't remember his name.
Nobody remember this man name. Poor guy.
But damn, what's his name? But yeah, Boston really like Sheen backing me a lot. Like they really like me a lot. So they always come out whenever they see me on something in Boston. It's always packed out. So that's one thing I can say about Boston. So that Dartmouth show, it was definitely lit. I remember I was looking down with some girl.
Somebody said it's DJ Warlock.
Yes.
Warlock. There we go. Warlock.
I knew it was
Warlock.
some sort of magic.
Shout out to
business.
Trap Keeps,
Warlock.
whoever this is.
There we go.
Yeah, it's Warlock.
But yeah, go ahead.
But I remember
Sorry.
I was looking down this girl, and like the teachers was like they couldn't believe, like their face was so shocked because they didn't expect, like I know, like they didn't know the aspect of soca and what goes on within this. So I feel like, cause college usually book like rappers, and rappers can't perform. They always come and they just walk back and forth, and so they used to that.
Or do a little Kim.
Yeah, they used to that. Or then so now when they see somebody come and they picking girls up and doing all this, wow, the teachers couldn't believe it. They're like, I think they sent back an email to my manager. They was like, I forgot the word they used. They used a school word to try to say I was being inappropriate.
Oh, yeah. That had to be the pale people.
Yeah.
Mr. Downer, this is the last question, and that's it. We shutting it down because we overtime.
22 minutes.
Right? Mr. Downer says, how was it to perform at UMass Dartmouth rather than Rutgers University? Mr. Downer sounds like this person follows you.
you go to Rutgers or something?
Right? Like they feel hurt.
Rutgers was lit too. I ain't gonna lie.
Because I saw that one. I definitely saw that.
Rutgers was lit too. Rutgers was definitely lit. I mean, all my college shows are always lit. Like it'd be hard to pick because like just the college environment is different, and the energy in the college environment is different, and like just like you can being like known in like a college circuit can get your music far because there's so much people from everywhere that's in the college all over the world, and you got them all in one space. So yeah.
It's different.
It's different. It's a different vibe, bro. It's a whole different like.
I remember my college tours days.
I could crowd surf right now in the colleges. You feel me? Like
Mr. Downer is back again. Mr. Downer says, DJ Sheen, thank you for posting your events at our YouTube channel on our YouTube channel. So, Mr. Downer, where are you from? Rutgers? Feel free to answer that, please.
Yeah, are you from Rutgers?
Right? Do you post on you posted Rutgers events on your pages or something?
I posted the performance.
I think Mr. Downer had hired you.
Oh, he's probably the one that hired me.
from Rutgers and hired you. Then Mr. Downer's probably not Mr. Downer. Mr. Downer's probably a different name.
Down over there. Like, I paid the bills.
I paid this man, and he's not even saying he liked my school.
Right?
Anyway,
Rutgers was a vibe though.
I'm happy to hear that. I am more looking forward to Bacchanal in Brooklyn, and because we working behind the scenes. So.
I'm looking forward to do, but I ain't totally honest. I don't like. I love performing in Brooklyn, but then I don't at the same time because like this is home, but then it's like, like you're not gonna get the reaction you want.
Less appreciation. I know what you mean.
I feel you. I understand.
So it's like it's gonna be like a regular. It's gonna feel regular because everybody probably know me personally from before because I'm from Brooklyn, and it's
you don't think they'll be like
yeah, I mean I don't expect that, but like at least like I don't expect you just fanning over me, but I at least like maybe if I try some crowd interaction, I actually get their interaction rather than somebody who just flew in. And
I think you'd be surprised.
No, I know some places sometimes it's hit and miss in Brooklyn. It's hit and miss. It depends on the crowd. If there's a lot of people who personally know me in that event, I'm not getting that. But if it's people that maybe seen me before or people
distance,
I'm gonna get that. So it's like, and it's like Brooklyn. I know what a lot of people just off being a DJ. You know, so it's like, you know, it's hit and miss with Brooklyn. You know, Queens, some Queens, yeah.
But we still looking forward to you.
Yeah, but I'm there. I'm gonna mess up that show regardless. I give a good performance regardless.
I enjoyed your birthday party.
Yeah,
I found a green outfit. I didn't think I would have found brown.
It was alright to me.
I don't
If
even
you
know
enjoy,
what I was
everybody told me
doing.
they enjoyed it. It was alright to me.
I enjoyed it. Like when the light, I enjoyed it. You know, I didn't expect, and maybe we can have
I
this
don't
off
remember
here.
what I was doing for that.
I didn't expect to see the amount of artists in there and producers in that. When I walked in, because in the back it was just regular Joe Schmoes.
Right.
So when I got further in, I'm like, wait, you here? You here too?
Yeah, and that's the kind of vibe like I try to when I like have events. That's the kind of vibe like I always try to bring. Like even my release party, it was a lot of artists, producers, and I had some A&Rs there. Like I like to have that space where even my friends that are artists, you know, I'm bringing these people to you, you know, on my behalf. So it's up to y'all what y'all do.
Network.
You know, the people is here. It's up to y'all if y'all want to network. But I like to have that networking space all the time because I feel like that's needed too.
I agree.
You know, just bringing people in spaces together, you know, to network or, you know. So some of my friends got features off just being in the same spaces. You know, like I feel like that's what it's all about. You know, it's not all about. For me, I don't have the biggest platform right now, but I damn sure bring all my friends to perform. And no, everybody can tell you that. Nobody can't tell you that. I don't go nowhere and don't bring Taller Than on or bring Wildfire on, or people always see that. You know, so it's like, you know, as my platform build, you feel me? I'm gonna try to help them build theirs. You know, at the end of the day, because I could not get a next hit, and then one of my friends could get a next hit, and they could bring me right back up.
Exactly.
You know, so
They better bring you back
you
up.
know, so that's how it's supposed to go. You know, when now I'm down, you bring me back up, and now you down, I bring you back up, and we both, you know what I'm saying?
Work.
You
It's
hot
work.
right now, yeah, get me hot again too. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. So that's how we.
So you give out your social media handles so people
At
can follow
DJ
you.
Sheen on everything. You could even Google me now. One of my man just told me today. He said, "Yo, bro, you know you could like I Googled you. You know, like all your stuff pop over, your credentials, everything. So you could Google me, you know, see what it's like for me. But yeah, everything at DJ Sheen, at DJ CH 2 E's and an M.
Mr. Downer says he's from New York, but his family's from Jamaica.
So
yeah.
how you know about Rutgers?
Facts. Mr. Downer. Roberto, I asked all of Mr. Downer's questions. Shout out to everybody on Julianspromos. Shout out to everybody on Twitch.
Yes.
We are now concluding this interview that went way over.
It was a good interview, though.
It was a great interview.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think
interview,
because the numbers are showing it all over.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody who's also on my live. This is the first time I
Big
went
up the
live in
live.
how long?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long? Yeah. So yeah, just keep it locked, guys. I don't think anybody's coming on after this. I don't think so. Nope.
No stormy nights.
So yeah, no stormy nights. So yes, Chantel says thank you, DJ Sheen.
Thank you, Chantal.
Naked 8XYZ says, you know, she well, I ain't putting out all of that. Anyway, yeah.
DM me. I ain't read it.
Good night, everybody. Once again, my name is Chandy, sweet and fluffy like pink cotton candy. You can follow me on Instagram at ChandyMedia, on Facebook, Chandy Sweet, and don't forget to follow our pages on Facebook. Watch Trouble.
And it's yours truly, Dazzle. Follow me on Instagram at DJ Dazzle, of course. And follow me at Rhythmcast Music as well. Catch me tomorrow here at 6 p.m. for the mix at 6. Rhythmcast will be live in your company. Make sure you keep it locked. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's
Shout out to
gmgt.
Trap Keeks, aka Kiko Dan. Love you. Kristen, love you too. Thank you so much. And keep it locked, guys, for whatever comes on after this when we leave.
The moon and the stars.
Bye.
Later.
Me love how you fling it up, bring it back one time. Drop down low, bend and watch up your spine. You're wine, give me a grind and move your waistline. Tonight, you are mine.
I want you fling it up, bring it back one time. Back it and throw your waist when you whine. Go slow, take your time, hold your breath, feel the vibe. Girl, you have the waist, every man want try.
Why your waist when you go down low and you come up, so pull up at the right time. We making the vibes right. Why your waist when you go down low and you come up, so pull up at the Show. Si ou vini la, mwen ka foute de ta sou. Ek poto, ou la show. Shim come tell them girl walk video.
Girl, walk it and walk. Come on now, look, come and tell Jack how you feeling. I come twice, so you know what's the meaning. You want what? I can show you what
Me
I
love
do.
when you fling it up, bring it back one time. Drop down low, bend and notch up your spine. You are wine, give me a grind, and move your waistline. Tonight, you are mine.
I want your finger to finger